everybody, Brian here from the GuitarFactoryOC.com. Today we're going to break down Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison. Brown Eyed Girl is a great song for beginning guitar players, mainly due to its strumming pattern. That pattern is adaptable to a lot of songs you're going to end up learning. So we're going to talk about today the signature intro guitar lick. We're going to talk about the chord progression in the song and that strumming pattern. I'll give you a couple tricks to be able to switch those chords faster. And if you click in the link in the description below, you can get a download of the chord structure for the entire song. It's kind of interesting. There's a few things in there that are tricky. So want to make sure you download that. You can use that to play the whole song accurately. Let's get into it. Here's that intro lick. Okay, what we're going to do here is use only two strings for this entire lick. We're going to use the B string and the high thin E. Middle finger is going to go on the 8th fret of the B string and pointer finger on the 7th fret of the high E. Play those two strings together. Now move the ring finger to the 10th fret of the B string, pointer finger on the 8th fret of the high E. Play those together. Really make sure you arch that ring finger so you don't catch that high E. That's a common mistake for beginners on this one. So make sure you get a nice arch, fingertips really bent there, thumb in the back of the neck. Now take that same shape and we're going to bring the ring finger to 12, high E to 10, pointer finger on 10. So your three move, and now just reverse them. That's part one of the lick. Okay, part two of the lick, we're going to jump up here to the 13th fret on the B string, and the 12th fret of the high E. Play those together. Okay, now the 15th fret of the B string with our ring, 13 with the high E. And the final one, 17 on the B string, 15 on the high E. And that's our three for the second part. And we're going to reverse it. So how the lick goes is the first one, forward and reverse. Then the second one, forward and reverse. And then repeat the first one. Okay, here's our new shape. 3rd fret of the B string, 5th fret of the high E, pointer and ring. And then we're going to do a single note run. That's 2, 3, 5 on the high E. So there you go. If you want to get better at playing guitar, head over to the GuitarFactoryOC.com. Link is in the description. I've created a 4-level guitar course, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, that takes you through all the fundamentals you need to be a great guitar player. You're learning songs along the way, also sparking a little creativity. Click that link below, check it out. Okay, once you get the intro down, that signature lick, you're going to play that 2 times in a row, then go into the strumming and chord progression to be able to sing the verses, pre-chorus, and chorus over. And like I said, in the description below, there's a link to be able to download the complete chord structure so you know how to follow along to it. So the chord structure, there's only going to be 4 chords you're going to learn in this whole song. You're going to need to be doing a G chord, a C, a D, and there's an E minor. Those are the 4 chords to make up this whole song. But let's talk about the strumming pattern and then we'll do a little run through the chord progression. The strumming pattern for this song is a very important one they use in so many songs. It fits into a 4-beat measure. That's why it's so common. And the way that we're going to strum this is going to be down, down, up, up, down, up. That's the pattern we need. I'll use a G for the example. Down, down, up, up, down, up. And that will go 1 time for each chord that's going to be happening throughout the song. So when you look at that chord chart in the link, you just use that pattern for every chord. Down, down, up, up, down, up. Now, it can be tricky to switch chords fast after that last up strum of the pattern. So you can vary it until you get better and do down, down, up, down, and then switch the chord. That gives you a little extra time to get to that next chord. So try it with both. They both fit. And that other one, this easier one, may make it quicker to be able to get to that next chord. Okay? So now the chord structure of the verses is going to be G with that pattern, that pattern goes once per chord. Now, a little tip to be able to maybe have you switch that G to C quicker, I'm gonna zoom in here, is we generally do Gs like this with our middle finger or a ring finger on the high E there. But there's an alternative way to do a G chord that might help you. Put your ring finger on the 3, middle finger on the 2 of the A string, and then the pinky on the high E. Okay, now this is a new feeling probably for a G if you haven't done it this way. However, it's a great G to be able to jump to the C faster, because watch my G and watch how the C will look. Wow, nice, easier switch than this option, where the whole wrist has to move, okay? Now either one is okay, they're gonna still sound the same, and you'll be able to play the song just fine through this. But what we wanna be thinking about is the fact that if it's tricky to get G to C, what other way can you get there faster? Is that G is very common for songs that go back and forth. So you could do it with this G, C, G, less movement. So give that a try also. It's a great one to have in the bank of chords that you need anyway to maybe help you get there quicker. I definitely use it at certain songs when I need to get to the C quicker than that. Hey, if you guys are finding this at all helpful, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click like to the video. You'll also get notified when new videos drop. Another great tip, and when you're going to the E minor chord, coming off of that G, is in the G chord, there's actually a common tone that's going to be able to be linked to the E minor. If you're doing the G with our new shape we talked about, the E minor, you can keep your middle finger down and just bring the ring finger underneath it like that without ever moving it. Same thing goes for the other G. If you're more comfortable with this G, I can just keep that pointer finger down and then drop the middle finger on that A to get that E minor shape. So what you want to be thinking about again is that when we're talking about chord songs that switch chords like that, there's a lot of times there's common fingers to be able to move to. If you find a common finger, use that finger to be able to switch to that next chord. It makes it a lot more seamless sounding and you can play songs a lot faster. Okay, to break down the structure of the song, again, you're going to get one strumming pattern per chord. And the beginning of the song starts with that signature lick twice, and when the singing starts, the verse, you're going to be doing G, C, G, D. Okay, that round of chords, that progression, goes 4 times in a row for your verse, okay? When you're done with that, we're going to be going to the pre-chorus. Now this structure will be going C first, C to D, so that's the pre-chorus to set you up. Now, the thing is, if you notice, it went C, D, G, E minor. The second time, C, D, G, D again. So they brought that back like that. So that's your pre-chorus. After you finish the pre-chorus, you'll do another verse that will have 4 times of that progression. You will do another pre-chorus after that. And then after that, we're going to be doing the chorus. And the good news about the chorus, it's the same exact pattern as the verses were. So, and we're doing all the la la las. Okay, so those are the movements of the song. You have your intro, verse, pre-chorus, and chorus. Verse and chorus share the exact same progression. That's why this song is such a great one for beginners to get on with. So again, take a look at that link below, print out the sheet. It really makes it a nice structure to understand where all the chords are played in what section. Give it a shot, start singing and playing. Have that strumming pattern maybe come to life where you can do the down, down, up, down, up. If it's a little too tricky, remember down, down, up, down. And you can make that a little bit more simple. So have fun with Brown Eye Girl. Hope that helped. See you next time.